Wondrous signs photographed in the skies above the Bosnian town of Medjugorje have convinced many believers that supernatural, divine displays are occurring there. This is one example taken by a visitor. Is this the face of Jesus in the clouds? Do these clouds look like a cross to you? And what do you think is making this cross glow so mysteriously? Whatever the explanations, these are only some of the seemingly miraculous events reported in Medjugorje.
I've been to Medjugorje 5 times, and in Medjugorje, the miraculous is commonplace.
As a former intelligence officer and Soviet strategist, Tim Klock is used to separating fact from fiction.
When you get one miraculous story, I think you need to be fairly skeptical of it. But when you get these same types of stories coming from sincere people from around the world, I think it adds to the credibility. I think it's something that you have to seriously consider that it is authentic and that there's something supernatural happening in this village.
Is it supernatural that a town that went through a devastating war in the 1990s somehow escaped destruction? That during the heaviest part of the fighting, not one villager recruited into the Croatian army was killed on the front lines? And that when Serbian pilots dropped cluster bombs on Medjugorje, the bombs did not go off.
On one occasion, when I was in the village of Medjugorje, I saw 3 bombers crest the mountainside, and as soon as it entered the village, these 3 bombers uncontrollably veered out of the village. Now, I don't know what the intention of the pilot is, but from the perspective of a military intelligence officer, there is no way 3 bombers would fly that low in altitude into a village that possibly have anti-aircraft weapons and then drop no bomb. I became convinced that Medjugorje has been relatively untouched because of divine intervention.
And then there are the healings. Because of its reputation for miracles, the sick often come to Medjugorje in hopes of miraculous cures. The former actress, singer, and dancer Lola Falana insists that Medjugorje saved her life. In 1987, she came down with multiple sclerosis.
I was paralyzed on the left side of my body from head to toe, eyes dimmed at least 50%. My hearing, my speech, my larynx, my tongue, my vocal cords were all half paralyzed, and my speech was very slow like that.
Her doctor was not optimistic.
I remember asking him, well, is there a pill? Is there an injection? How do you fix this, you know? And he said that this is multiple sclerosis. There is no cure yet, Lola. And they really, frankly, don't know what it is, where it comes from. They're working on it. So in essence, he was saying there's nothing in the world yet, anyway, that can help you. I was watching television one night. They were doing a show about Medjugorje. All of a sudden, I began to cry, and I was saying, why me this time? All the trips you allowed me to take, flying first class, jetting all around the world, I'd give you those trips back if you let me make this one trip to Medjugorje.
It was her yearning to make this pilgrimage that Lola Falana is convinced finally helped her heal. 3 years later, she finally traveled there. Her multiple sclerosis went into complete remission. Was this simply a result of the often cited healing powers of faith? Or was it in fact a gift from Medjugorje? Whatever it is that's truly happening here, the believers like Falana continue to gather in search of signs that their prayers can be answered and that miracles can be real.